Welcome. Today we're going to discuss the last of the 613 mitzvot. The mitzvah we have to write our own Sefer Torah. What is the makar, the source for this mitzvah? It says in Parshat Vayelech, V'ata kitvu lachem et hashira hazot, and now write this song for yourselves, V'lameda et bnei Yisrael sima befihem, and teach it to the Jewish people, place it in their mouths. The question is asked, can we fulfill this mitzvah by inheriting a Torah? The Gemara teaches us, Amar Rabba, Afal pi shenicho lo avotav la'adam Sefer Torah, even if a person's ancestors have left him a Torah, mitzvah lechtov mishalo, he has a mitzvah to write it from his own. Shenemar, as it says, V'ata kitvu lachem et hashira, and now write for yourself this song. So we see from the Gemara, we cannot fulfill this mitzvah by merely inheriting a Torah. Indeed, the Rambam says, Mitzvot aseh al kol ish va'ish miYisrael lichtov Sefer Torah la'atzmo, that each person must write his own Torah. Furthermore, the Rambam states, V'im eino yodea lichtov acherim kotvin lo, that if a person does not know how to write, he can designate a shliach, an agent, to write it in his place. So we see that according to the Rambam, one must literally write a Torah. The question is also asked, can we fulfill this mitzvah by purchasing an already existing Torah? The Gemara teaches us, V'omar Rabbi Yoshua bar Abba Omar Rav Gidol Omar Rav, Halokech Sefer Torah min hashuk, kechotev mitzvah min hashuk. If someone purchases a Torah, it's as if he has grabbed a mitzvah from the market. Katvo ma'ale alav hakatuv kilu kibla me'Har Sinai. If he writes a Torah, it's as if he received it at Har Sinai. Rashi explains this to mean that one can indeed fulfill the mitzvah by purchasing one. However, it is better to actually write it yourself. So we see that according to Rashi, the main element of the mitzvah is to have a Torah. Before we can proceed, we must ask, why is it that the Gemara in one place says we can successfully perform this mitzvah by purchasing an existing Torah, but the Gemara says in another place that we cannot fulfill this mitzvah by inheriting a Torah? What's the difference? Either way, I have a Torah. The answer is that when I buy a Torah, I am making some effort and taking some action. So, I am actually doing the mitzvah. However, when I inherit a Torah, I've taken no action. So I haven't actually done the mitzvah. Therefore, since buying a Torah involves minimal action, it is an acceptable way to fulfill the mitzvah. But inheriting involves no action, so it is not a way to fulfill the mitzvah. So, let's review. According to Rashi, the key is to have a Torah. So I can perform the mitzvah by purchasing a Torah, though Rashi says it's best if I write it. And according to the Rambam, I have to actually write the Torah, or I have not fulfilled the mitzvah. What is the basis for this machloket, this dispute? Well, if we look at our pasuk, we see that we are told to write a Torah so that we can learn from it. Rashi says that the purpose is to have a Torah to learn from, even if we don't actually write it. Though it is better if we actually write it, having a Torah to learn from is good enough. The Rambam considers the word kitvu, write for yourselves, the main element of the mitzvah. Therefore, though the purpose might be to learn from the Torah, we are required to write it. There are several nafkaminot, practical differences between these two opinions. First, what if you want to donate your Torah to a worthy shul or yeshiva? Can you do it? According to Rashi, the mitzvah is to have a Torah. So if you give up ownership, you no longer are fulfilling the mitzvah. So Rashi would say that you should not give away your Torah. This is why people often lend their Sifrei Torah rather than donating them. However, according to the Rambam, the main part of the mitzvah is to write the Torah. Therefore, you may indeed donate your Torah. The second issue we're going to discuss is, when in our lifetimes must we perform this mitzvah? According to Rashi, since the objective is to have a Torah to learn from, we must write the Torah as early as possible. However, the Rambam would say the mitzvah is to write it, It doesn't matter when we write it, as long as we write it. And the final issue is, can we own a Torah with a partner? According to Rashi, you need to have a Torah to learn from, so sharing it would not be practical. However, the Rambam would say one could jointly write a Torah, as long as the Torah gets written. Okay, but what do we do today? Not many people can write their own Sefer Torah or buy one. One solution is based on the opinion of Rabbeinu Osher, the Rosh. He says, like Rashi, the goal of the mitzvah is to have what to learn from. Today, Sefer Torah usually remain in the Aron Kodesh unless we are laning from them. We don't really use them to learn from, so today we can fulfill this mitzvah by acquiring Chomashim, Mishnayot, Gemarot, and other Sefarim. Another way to perform this mitzvah today is based on the opinion of Rav Sheshet in the Gemara, who says we can fulfill the mitzvah if we write even one letter. So, let's review. We learned the mitzvah from the pasuk, V'ata kitvu lachem et hashira hazot, v'lamda et bnei Yisrael sima befihem. And now write this song for yourselves and teach it to the Jewish people, place it in their mouths. If your agent, your shliach, writes the Torah, it's as if you have written it. We can even fulfill the mitzvah by buying a Torah, but not by inheriting one. According to Rashi, since the object of the mitzvah is to have a Torah to learn from, the main part of the mitzvah is fulfilled by having a Torah. Though Rashi holds that writing a Torah is preferred. According to the Rambam, you or your shliach must actually write it. And today, we fulfill this mitzvah according to the Rosh by acquiring Sfarim, and we can also fulfill this mitzvah in accordance with Rav Sheshet by writing one letter. It was a pleasure learning with you today. Let's do it again soon.